This conference will now be recorded.
Yes, guys. So this is a Venkat from Nandini Software Solutions Private Limited, Bangalore, Marathalli. We have multiple ETL tools. Okay. So they are like Talent, DataStage, Informatica, MSK, Ab initio, Ab Boreas, ADF. So in that, we are going to learn IBM DataStage ETL tool. What is ETL first? Okay. What is ETL? So ETL means E means extract. Extract means assume that my customer is giving one text file. It is having some data. That data I want to read that via data stage or some ETL tool that I want to get it. So that getting is can call as a extract. Okay, extract means read. So T means transform. T means transform. Means transform means apply the some condition, some logic. For example, I have 10 records are there. My customer want only 5 records. So that is the logic. That logic we can call as a transform. Then finally, L called load. L is called load. Okay. So this is called ETL, guys. We'll discuss full details in the regular classes. Okay. Let me take some example and let me explain it. Then you will understand easily, guys. Okay. So let me log in. I'm logging the data stage designer. Okay. So how to install the software under we will explain in the regular classes, guys. Okay. So my requirement is I have one text file, guys. Let me open the text file now. I have one text file. It is having some data. I have one text file. It is having some data. Okay. Let me open that text file. So assume that the source folder there is a one file src emp file is there. It is having some data. I have opened this file. Okay. So IBM DataStage, Venkata DataStage, source, srcmp, there is a one file is there. It is some data. So what is the see employee number, employee name, job, salary, DEPT number. These are all the column names. Okay, field names. Okay, so header record. This one we can call as a header record. So first record of employee number 101, employee name is Venkat, job is SSE, salary is 8,000, DEPT number is 10. See, one column to another column is separated by field separator. What is the field separator thing? See, employee number, this is the employee number value, this is the employee name value. How will I identify? So there is just some separator, right? Some delimiter, right? So what is the delimiter in this file? Employee number, comma, employee name, comma, job, comma, salary, comma, DEPT number. So this comma is called as a delimiter. Comma is called as a delimiter. This is a comma delimited text file. So how many records are there in this file? Can somebody tell me? How many records are there? Can someone tell me, guys? How many records?
10.
10 or 11?
11. 10.
Okay. See, header will not count, guys. This is not a data, right? The data starts from here, right? So that's why total is 11, but header is one record is not countable. That's why total records count 10 records. How many records are there in this file? 10 records. Now what I want it, I want to read this file. I want to read this file via data stage, IBM data stage. Then I want to, this is the file name. What is the file name they have given? src underscore emp, src underscore emp dot text file. This is the file I want to read it. Now I want to generate the another file. That file is called tgt underscore emp.txt. So I want to generate one text file. The text file is called tgt.emp.txt. While generating, I don't want to load all the records. I want to load only DPT, my condition, my transformation, DPT number equal to 10. DPT number 10. How many records are there in this my file? How many records are there, team? DPT number 10. My file having how many records? DPT number 10. I can see DPT number 10, 2 records are there. These 2 records only I want to load it. I don't want to load all other records. So my output, I want to generate only DPT number 10 records. I don't want to load all other records. This is my requirement. My customer is giving one file. That file having 10 records. In that, DPT number 10, 20, 30, 40s are available. But when I'm generating the output file, I want to generate only DPT number 10 records. Okay, my source having, it is coming 10 in that DPT number 10, 2 records are there. These 2 records only I want to generate into my output. This is called as my output. We can call as output. This we can call as the input. So this is the reading. This we can call as the writing. Okay, this is we can call as the load. This is we can call as E extract, right? This is in between we are applying the transfer. That is called as a logic. From logic I am applying it. Now this is a text file, right? In that I want to read the text file in data stage, means we have to use something that is called as a stage, guys. In data stage, I want to read the text file. My source having text file, my input having text file. I want to read means we have to use in data stage. There is a one stage called sequential file. There is a one stage called sequential file stage. I have to use it. By using the sequential file stage, I can read it. Now I want to generate the text file also, means we have to use. I want to generate the output also text file. We have to use sequential file stage. For reading and loading, both we have to use as a sequential file stage. Now I want to write the condition, right? DPT number equal to 10. I want to write the condition. What is the condition, team? DPT number equal to 10. I want to write the condition in data stage, means we have to use, there is a one stage called filter stage. So what we have to learn while learning data stage means, what is the use of filter stage? What is the use of sequential file stage? What is the use of sequential file? I can read the data from the text file. I can generate the data as a text file by using the sequential file. What is the use of filter stage? I want to write the filter condition, means I have to use the filter stage. Some condition. I want to write DPT number equal to 10. This is condition. I want to write some condition, means we have to use the filter stage. Is the requirement is clear? What is the requirement? I have one file. I want to read it. I want to generate the another text file. While generating, I want to load only DPT number 10 records. This is my requirement. Is requirement is clear, everybody? Is requirement is clear, everybody? Any questions on the requirement? Now, how to implement this? Am I audible, team? Am I audible? Am I audible, team? Can someone confirm? Hello? Am I audible, team?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now, how to implement this in data stage? We'll discuss, guys. How to implement this in data stage? We'll discuss it. Okay, my requirement is I have one text file. I am reading that file. I am generating another text file. While generating, I am loading only DPT number 10 records. How to generate it, we'll see now. Okay, so let me go for data stage. We'll explain so how to develop it. So we have to use, there is a designer client. By using the designer client, how to log in by using the username and password. So after logging, so there is a file, there is a new, there is a parallel job. We have to use it. What is parallel job bundle? We'll discuss in the regular classes. Okay, how to create a new job? So there is a file, there is a new parallel job. When you click the parallel job, it will open the designer canvas. This is we can call as a designer canvas. Here we have to use the data stage stages. We have to implement the jobs. So there is a palette. In the palette, they have stages are there, multiple stages. Which stage you have to use it? Okay, that stage I have to use it. I have to develop the job. Okay, now you tell me, as we discussed earlier, I want to read the text file, right? In data stage, so there is a file section. Which stage I have to use it? As we discussed earlier, tell me guys. I want to read the data from the text file. So which one I have to select it here? Just now we discussed it, right? I want to read the data from the text file means we have to use the sequential file stage. This is the sequential file stage. I am dragging it. Now I want to generate the text file, right? I want to generate the text file also. We have to use the sequential file stage. Let me select the sequential. Let me drag it. Under the file section, file stages are there. We have to use the file stages. For reading the text file, I have to use the sequential file. I want to generate the text file means I have to use the sequential file stage. Now, so there is a processing section that is called as a transformation stages are available here. So I want to filter the data. I want to write the some condition means as we discussed earlier, I want to use the filter stage. So simply I'm selecting the filter stage. I'm dragging here. How to drag it? Let me do you one more time. So I'm deleting here. So how to select it? See, keep the cursor here, filter, go for the processing. Come here, filter, simply drag it. So now I have taken all the stages for reading the data. Input, this is the input, this is the output, this is the source, this is my target, this is my logical stages. Now I have to say this is my source, this is my target. I want to propagate the data means we have to give the mapping link. How to give the mapping link, we'll discuss it. First step, I have to create a job, then I have to take the stages, then I have to give the links. How to give the links? General link. So from this stage to this stage, I am giving the link. Again, from this stage to this stage, I have to give link. How to give? General link. I'm giving the link. Okay. This is the way to give the mapping link. This is we can call as a mapping link. One stage to another stage. I want to propagate the data, right? So that's why we need to give the mapping link. After giving the mapping link, I have to define the properties. So double click the sequential file stage. What it will do. So which file I want to read it. So now, so that is the file I have to browse it. Under the source folder, srcemp file, how to read it, right? So that file have to browse it. So under the file section, there is a browse button is there here. File, browse the file. Which file you want to read? There are n number of files are there. My customer says that under the source folder, I want to read only one file. What is that file team? So I want to read srcemp file. So where the srcemp file is there? So that file only I have to select. Let me select that file. Now, so when I open the first file, when I open the file, so first record is a header or data. First record is a header record or data. Can somebody tell me, guys? While discussing. First
Header.
call is the data header. My file having header. This is the column names. This is called as a field names. My file having header means there is a one option here. First line is column names, by default false. If my file having header, I have to make as a true, guys. My file having header, I have to select true. My file don't have header, I have to select as a false. Now you tell me, my file having header, what I have to select? I have to select as a true. My file having header, that's why I have to select as a true. Now I have defined the file, which file I want to read it. Now I have selected the header true. Now let me go for the format section. So what is the delimiter in this file? What is the delimiter in this file, team? Field separator. What is the
Comma.
delimiter in this? Comma.
Comma.
So that's why here by default comma. No need to change anything here. Suppose my file is coming different. Delimiter is, assume that semicolon. So here delimiter have to change as a semicolon. Now my file is coming comma. That's why I don't want to change anything. See, my file is coming. Any double quotes or single quotes, team? Any double quotes or single quotes are coming in my file? Is it coming, team? No.
No.
No double
No.
quotes, no single quotes. That's why. So there is a one option, quote section. Under the quote section, no quotes are coming. Single quotes or double quotes are not coming. That's why I have to select as a none. Okay, I have to define the delimiter. I have to select the quotes. If my file is coming quotes, as per the quotes, if coming single quotes, single quotes. If it is coming double quotes, double quotes. If file is not coming any quotes, that's why I have to select as a none. Okay, now let me go for the columns. See, so how many columns are there, team, in this file? Can somebody tell me how many columns are there? What are the column names? Can somebody read it?
EMP number, ename, job, salary, department name.
Okay, these are the column names. How many columns are there? 1,
5.
2, 3, 4, 5 columns. See, 5 columns I can enter manually here. I can enter employee number, first column, employee number. So I can select employee number. What is coming thing? Is it number? Is it character? Is it coming date? What is coming thing? Employee number values. What is employee number values?
Number.
Number. So I have to select integer. Right? See, here less columns are there. I can enter. Assume that it's having more than 100 columns. So it is a very difficult for me to add it manually. Okay. So I have to come here. So I have to take the second column. So I have to paste it here. Right? So again, so I have to select this employee name is coming string values, varchar values. So I have to select varchar. Okay. So this is a, so it will take a lot of time to enter it. So I don't want to do manually. So now how to load it? We'll see now. So I don't want to do manually, guys. Okay. So now how to do that? So there is a load button is there. Let me click the load button. Please observe, guys. Okay. So once you click the load button, right click the table definition. Please observe carefully, team, here. Right click the table definition. Import the table definition. So this is a text file, right? So this is a text file means we have to use sequential file definition. Okay, this is the option. My file, my source having text file. That's why I have to use sequential file definition. How to do that? Please observe. Let me do one more time. Right click the table definition, load. Right click the load. Click the load button. Right click the table definition. You tell me which one I have to go, team. Which one I have to go? Import the table definition. Now which one I have to select, him? Which one I have to select? This is a text file. This is a text file means what I have to select? Sequential file definition. Okay. So let me click this one. Okay, so after that, the file is where the file is there. That path I have to select it. So where this file is there? So under the source folder, this file is there. Let me click that OK button. Now, which file I want to create a schema? So this is the srcmp file. Okay, now let me click the import button. Let me click the import button. So my file having header team, my file is having header, yes or no? Is my file having header, yes or no?
Yes.
My file having header, that's why I have to select the checkbox. First line is column names. Now let me delimiter is comma, no need to change anything. Let me click the define button. See, automatically is coming. First employee number, employee name, job, salary, DPT number. So I'm not adding manually, right? So this is the best way. Let me click OK button. So my file is already existing. Let me overwrite it. Okay, now let me close it. Now let me expand it. Let me expand sequential file. Let me expand the source, which file I want to srcmp. Let me select it. Let me click OK button. Okay, so this is the manually I'm not involved. Automatically I'm getting it. Let me show you one more time, maybe. So let me show you one more time how to do that. Please observe carefully, team. I'm showing you one more time. So you have to learn properly. That's why. So how to do that? See, first what I have to do. So I have to click load button. Please observe, team. So I have to click the load button. Once you click the load button, so let me go for the table definition. Right click the table definition. Right click the table definition. So import the table definition. Import the table definition. So now you tell me which one I have to select it. This is a text file. Which one I have to select, team?
Sequential file.
Sequential file definition. Let me click that one. Now which file I have to, which folder where the file is available, that folder I have to select it. Which file I want to create a schema, table definition. So I have to select the srcmp file. Let me click the import it. While importing, so what is the delimiter? Comma. So first line is the header. My record, my file having header. First line is column names. Let me select this one. Let me click the define button. Let me click OK button. Let me click yes. Okay. So now let me close it. Now let me go for the sequential file. Expand this table definition. Expand the sequential file. So there is a srcmp file is there. That one I have to select it. Let me select it. So this is the way to get the column names. I can enter it. Less columns. I have 1000 columns are there. It's very difficult to enter manually, right? That's why I'm creating the table definition. Let me click OK button. Now double click the filter stage. What is the condition, team? Which records you want to load it? I have n number of records are there. My customer says that only I want to load DEPT number equal to 10. Let me copy this DEPT number equal to 10. This is my condition. I want to load only DEPT number equal to 10. I want to load only DEPT number 10. Let me go for the output. After writing the condition, let me go for the output. So this is the input column. This is the output columns. Let me copy the input columns to the output. Let me drag from input to the output. How to copy that? So let me show you one more time. So keep the cursor here. I want to copy all the columns. Let me drag from left side to right side. So now this is the way to copy the input columns to the output. Let me click OK button. Now double click the sequential file. I have to generate the text file. So where I have to generate? Let me browse my computer hard disk. So where I have to generate means I have to generate under the target folder. So what is the file name I want to generate? tgt underscore emp. tgt underscore emp dot txt file I have to generate it. Okay, that is the file name I am giving it. So my first line, when I open the file, my target file, my output file, first line is I want to see the header record. So let me make as a true. Now let me go for the format section. My delimiter I want, when I open my output file, my target file, I want to delimiter as a comma. I don't want any quotes. What I have to select him? I don't want any quotes means. So I have to select which one I have to select him. Can somebody tell me? Can somebody guess it? I don't want any quotes in my output. What I have to select? I have to select
None.
none.
None. None.
Now let me click OK button. My design is ready now. Now I want to save the job. How to save it? Let me go for data stage. So file, save. So where I have to save? I can't save for every. I can save it, but for understanding purpose, so under the jobs folder, expand the jobs folder. I have created one folder, Nandini Software Solutions. Let me expand it. Let me select here. So let me give filter stage example 1. Filter stage example 1. Let me click save button. Now I have saved the job. See, now I want to process the data, right? I need to run. So I need to do. So first I will check whether is there any errors are there. So for that, there is a compile button is there. All the properties are we have correctly defined or not. It will check it. So let me, there is a compile button. There is a compile button. There is a compile button. So file. So there is a compile. Let me click compile button. So is there any errors are there, team? Job successfully compiled with no errors. Okay. So what is the compile button? Where is there? So this is a shortcut compile button, or else file and compile. So simply I'm clicking the compile. Let me click it. Is there any errors are there? No errors. Now, so I want to run it. I want to execute the process. There is a run button is there. Let me click the run button. So there is a run button. My job is running now. My job is running. Please observe, guys. So after finishing, so I want to see the log. Control L. Press the Control L button. Say what is my job status? Finished job. Finished job. Finished job. My job is successfully finished. Okay. So now my source having how many records, team? My source having how many records here? How many records are there? It is clearly showing, right? My source having 10 records. My target, how many records are loaded, team? How many records are loaded? Can somebody tell me? How many records are loaded, team? How many records are loaded? So are able to see the rows count here? This is the source count, 10. This is the target count. This is the 2 record. 2 rows are processed. Okay. So let me go for my target folder. When I open the tgt.emp file, how many records should be available? It should be available 2 records. So is it the DEPT number 10 records, Steve? Yes. This is loading only DEPT number 10 records. This is the way to develop the job. Customer will give this kind of requirement. One customer given one file. I have to read that file. I want to generate the text file. While generating, I want to load only DEPT number 10. Now, assume that my requirement is, let me save it. My requirement is, I have one file, the same file. I want to read this file. I want to load only DEPT number 20 records. So how many records are there, team? DEPT number 20. Can somebody tell me? I'm keeping the cursor here. 20. How many records are there, team? How many records are there? 1,
6.
2, 3, 4,
6
5,
records.
6. So now you
6
tell me.
records.
I want to change some logic here. This is my job, already developed it. Someone is already developed it. My customer says that my job is already developed, but there is some small change. Can you do that? How to do that? What is the small change, team? Where I have to change? Can somebody tell me? What is the requirement? What I have to change now? Can somebody tell me, guys? So my job is loading DEPT number 10 records. Now my customer is asking, I don't want to load, I want to load 20 records. What I have to change here? What I have to keep here, team? So I have to keep here 20,
D
right?
number equal to 20.
20. Let me click OK button.
Yes.
Now let me save again. So how to save? File and save, or else there is a save button. Control yes. Shortcuts I am using, guys. Okay. So now something you changed it. Something you changed it, right? Again I have to compile it, guys. Let me. There is a compile button. It will check is there any errors are there or not. My job is compiled. No errors. Now after compiling, I have to run the job. There is a run button here. Let me click the run button. So I'm clicking the run button. How many records should get the output? Same output file. I'm not changing anything. See how many records I'm getting now, team? 6 records. Let me open my
6
output file.
records.
I'm opening my output. So what is the DEP? Whether I'm getting 10 or 20? Why I'm getting 20, team? Because of my condition, my transformation. I have changed it. My transformation have changed it. So now my question is, please observe, guys. Last scenario for today class. I am reading the file. For reading the text file, I am using the sequential file. For filtering purpose, I am writing some condition. I am using the filter stage. I want to generate the text file. I am using the sequential file. Very good. My source having 10 records. My valid record, my condition is satisfying. How many records are loading target? 6 records. So the remaining 4 records, that is called as a rejected data. I want to rejected data. I want to generate another text file. So I want to generate another text file. You guess it. Can somebody guess it and tell me which is the stage I have to use it? I want to generate the text file. That is the rejected file. Text file. Tell me which is the stage I have to use it. I want to generate my output. I want as a text file. Which is the stage I have to use it? Your guess is
Sequential
correct.
file.
Sequential.
Sequential files.
Now general. Let me give the link. I'm giving the link. So this is a rejected link. I want to mark as a rejected link, guys. So how to make rejected link means right click this link. Right click this link. There is a one option, convert to reject. Convert to reject. Let me make as a convert to reject. Now let me give the rejected file name. Which is the file name? So I want it. So let me browse where I have to generate that rejected file. So I'm giving here only dgt emp underscore rejected data dot txt. You can give any file name, but real time customer will tell the proper file name. That file name you have to use it. Now while generating the rejected file, I want header record. Let me make as a true. So let me go for the format. I want delimiter comma. I don't want any quotes. Let me make as a none. Let me click OK button. So now let me filter stage. Let me come to the filter stage. See, if you are using the rejected output, so how will I identify whether that is main output or rejected output? See, there is some comparison, right? So there is a not breaking the lines. Here breaking the lines. See, some gaps are there. That is called as a rejected output. Okay, this is the straight line. There is no breaks. That's why that is the main output. This is a rejected output. So now if you are using the rejected output, so there is a one option, output reject. I have to make as a true. Output reject. I have to make as a true. Let me click OK button. Now let me save that job. I have did some changes. Again I have to compile it. So there is no errors. Now I want to run the job. Let me run the job. I'm running the job. My job is running. So my source should be 10 records. So my source is having 10 records, valid records 6 records, invalid records, rejected data having 4 records. See, So when I open the rejected output file, other than the DEPT number 20, I have to see that. Other than the DEPT number 20 records. Yes, 100% my data is loading. This is the way to perform the, this is the way to develop the jobs, guys. Customer will give one file, maybe text file, maybe CSV file, maybe Excel, maybe Oracle. So we have to read it, we have to generate the output. Okay, so any questions so far? So see, so regular class timings, guys. Okay, so tomorrow onwards regular classes. This is Nandini Software Solutions, Bangalore. The class timings 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. guys. Okay, so for all, so this is the demo is 8:30 I have conducted. From tomorrow onwards, the classes timings 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Who are all interested, so feel free to reach out this number 9538160185. We are covering so highlights of this training institute we are providing. I will explain the project explanation. After course the completion, I will explain the project explanation. We have both interactive online and offline classes. I will after class is done, I will provide the recording video. I will cover the real-time scenarios, materials. Materials will provide it, resume preparation, mock interviews, doubts and clarifications, interview questions answers. I will explain some interview questions answers, guys. If you learn properly those interview questions answers, you will get job. Okay, so if you're interested, reach out this number 9538160185, guys. Okay, so any questions? Let me stop recording. So the course duration is having 35 working days, guys. Course duration 35 working days. So Monday to Friday, the classes from Monday to Friday. Saturday we will take some special classes. Saturday I will conduct some special classes. Okay, we'll cover, it is required basic SQL, basic Unix commands, basics Unix commands, and along with the IBM DataStage. This all full package I'm going to teach. Software installation also will do from my institute. Okay, so let me stop. Let me